Fear is the invisible wall that stops you from reaching your full potential. It whispers doubts in your mind, keeps you trapped in your comfort zone, and convinces you that failure is worse than trying. Fear is the reason why so many dreams remain unfulfilled, why people settle for less, and why opportunities slip away. Think about how many times you wanted to take a bold step but stopped because of fear. Maybe you wanted to start a business but feared losing money. Maybe you wanted to speak up in a meeting but feared judgment. Maybe you wanted to change careers but feared uncertainty. Fear is always there, holding you back, making you hesitate, and filling your mind with what-ifs. But here's the truth, fear is not real. It is only a creation of your mind. It exists in your thoughts, not in reality. Fear is simply your brain trying to protect you from discomfort, from the unknown, from stepping into something unfamiliar. But the irony is, everything great in life exists outside of your comfort zone. Success, growth, and transformation happen only when you break free from fear. Imagine what your life would be like if fear didn't control you. Imagine the risks you would take, the challenges you would embrace, and the dreams you would chase. The only thing standing between you and the life you truly want is your fear of taking action. Fear is not meant to stop you, it is meant to test you. It asks a simple question: are you going to stay where you are, or will you push forward and grow? The people who achieve success are not fearless. They feel fear just like everyone else. The difference? They act despite it. They understand that fear is temporary, but regret lasts forever. So, the question is, will you let fear control your life, or will you take bold action and create the future you truly deserve? Why fear controls you? Fear is one of the strongest emotions a person can experience. It has the power to stop you from chasing your dreams, making important decisions, and stepping outside your comfort zone. But have you ever wondered why fear has so much control over you? Why does it make you hesitate, overthink, and doubt yourself? The answer lies in how your mind is wired. Since ancient times, fear has been a survival mechanism. Our ancestors needed fear to stay alive. It helped them avoid danger, like wild animals or life-threatening situations. But in today's world, we are no longer running from predators. Instead, our fears are different. We fear failure, rejection, embarrassment, judgment, and uncertainty. The problem is, our brain treats these fears the same way it treats life-threatening danger. It sends signals that make us feel anxious, stressed, and paralyzed. Fear controls you because it makes everything seem worse than it actually is. It magnifies risks and makes you believe that failure will be disastrous. It convinces you that you are not ready, not good enough, or not capable. And the more you listen to fear, the stronger it becomes. Think about all the opportunities you have missed because of fear. Maybe you wanted to start something new but feared failure. Maybe you wanted to speak up but feared what others would think. Maybe you wanted to change your life but feared stepping into the unknown. Every time you let fear win, you reinforce the habit of avoiding challenges instead of facing them. This is how fear keeps you stuck in the same place, making you live a life full of regrets. Another reason why fear controls you is that it creates excuses. Fear makes you believe that now is not the right time, that you need more preparation, or that you should wait until you feel ready. But the truth is, there will never be a perfect time, and you will never feel completely ready. Fear is just tricking you into delaying action. Fear also feeds on negative thoughts. When you focus on what could go wrong instead of what could go right, fear grows stronger. It keeps you trapped in an endless loop of overthinking, hesitation, and self-doubt. You start imagining worst-case scenarios that may never happen, and as a result, you choose to stay in your comfort zone instead of taking bold action. But here's the harsh reality: fear will never fully disappear. If you keep waiting for the day when you stop feeling scared, you will be waiting forever. Fear does not leave, you just learn to handle it better. The biggest mistake people make is thinking they need to get rid of fear before they can take action. But in reality, the only way to break free from fear is to act despite it. So, ask yourself, how many more opportunities will you let slip away because of fear? How much longer will you let fear control your decisions? If you truly want to grow, succeed, and live the life you dream of, you must stop letting fear dictate your actions. The solution: shift your mindset about fear. Fear is not the enemy. The real problem is how you see fear. Most people believe that fear is a sign to stop, to back away, and to stay where they feel safe. But in reality, fear is a signal that you are stepping into something important, something that has the potential to change your life. The key to overcoming fear is not to eliminate it, but to change how you think about it. Fear will always be there. The most successful people in the world still feel fear. The difference? They don't let it stop them. Instead of seeing fear as a warning, they see it as a challenge to grow. When you shift your mindset, you realize that fear is not something to run from, it's something to lean into. Fear is proof that you are growing. If you never feel fear, it means you are not pushing yourself enough. It means you are stuck in the same routine, avoiding risks, and playing life safe. But real growth happens outside your comfort zone. Every successful person you admire once stood where you are now, afraid, unsure, and filled with doubt. The only difference is, they took action despite their fear. Fear is temporary, but regret lasts forever. Imagine looking back on your life and realizing that fear stopped you from doing what you truly wanted. The pain of regret is far worse than the temporary discomfort of fear. Fear fades the moment you take action. Regret stays with you forever. Instead of focusing on the fear of failure, focus on the pain of never trying. Reframe fear as excitement. Your body reacts to fear and excitement in almost the same way. Your heart beats faster, your palms sweat, and your mind races. The difference is how you label the feeling. Instead of saying, "I am scared," start saying, "I am excited." This simple shift can change how your brain processes fear. Failure is not the end, it's a step forward. Most of the fear we feel comes from a fear of failure. But what if you changed your mindset and saw failure as part of the journey? Every failure is a lesson, a step forward, and a necessary part of success. The people who succeed in life are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who fail, learn, and keep going. Fear is a sign that you care. You only feel fear when something matters to you. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be afraid. This means that fear is proof that you are chasing something meaningful. Instead of running away, embrace it. Tell yourself, "This fear means I am doing something important. I will not let it stop me." Take small steps toward fear. The more you avoid fear, the stronger it becomes. But when you face fear little by little, it starts to lose its power. If speaking in public scares you, start by talking to a small group. If starting a business seems overwhelming, take one small step today. Action destroys fear. The more you do, the less fear controls you. Shifting your mindset about fear won't happen overnight. It takes practice, self-awareness, and a willingness to step into discomfort. But once you change how you see fear, nothing can stop you from taking bold action and achieving your dreams. Practical tips to overcome fear. Tip number 1, face fear in small steps. Start small. If you fear public speaking, speak in front of one person first, then two, then a group. Build confidence step by step. Tip number 2, change your inner dialogue. Instead of saying, "I'm scared," say, "I'm excited." Rewire your brain to associate fear with anticipation rather than danger. Tip number 3, ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? Most of the time, the worst-case scenario isn't as bad as you think. Will you die? No. Will you lose everything? Unlikely. Will you learn something? Absolutely. Tip number 4, visualize success, not failure. Your brain doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. Picture yourself succeeding, and your fear will shrink. Tip number 5, take immediate action. The longer you wait, the stronger fear becomes. Act fast. If you're afraid to make a call, do it now. If you're scared to start, take the first step today. Powerful advice: fear never fully disappears, but you get stronger. Listen carefully, fear never fully goes away. Even the most successful people feel fear. The difference? They act anyway. They use fear as a compass to guide them towards growth. Reframe fear. Instead of seeing fear as a stop sign, see it as a go sign. If something scares you, it means it's worth doing. Fear is a test. The question is, will you pass it or let it control you? Your time is now. Fear has held you back for too long. It has stopped you from taking action, kept you stuck in your comfort zone, and filled your mind with doubts. The question is, how much longer will you let fear control you? How many more opportunities will you watch pass by because you were too afraid to take action? Life doesn't wait. Time doesn't stop. Every second you spend doubting yourself is a second lost forever. If you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you will wait your entire life. The perfect time is now. Don't wait. Don't overthink. Take action today. Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful insights on success, motivation, and self-improvement. Your journey to a fearless life starts now.